Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Amanda. Channel name is Alba Stitcher and this is a Flosstube channel about cross stitch. Today is Wednesday the 9th of August and the weather is dry. They've given us a no rain guarantee here in the west of Scotland, but it's not so sunny. It's bright but not so sunny, a lot of low cloud. We've been absolutely drenched. There's been lots and lots of rain. So this is a nice change. They're saying this week is to be really good, so we'll see. We'll see. It can have 4 seasons in one day here, that's for sure. Anyway, this is episode number 53. Oh my goodness, 53. What have I got for you today? I have a couple of finishes. I have a new start. I've got progress on another whip. I've got a little bit of haul. I've got some birthday kind of stitchy kindness that I received. And I've got a little bit about plans. I don't normally talk too much about plans because in my world plans are there to be broken, but I do have a little bit of plans as well. So let's get started. Let's talk about finishes. The first finish that I have is my July Quaker, and here it is here. And this is stitched on 32 count. I think it's light top, even weave, Zweigart, and it's using all the called for threads. I'm sure I showed you this in my last video. It took this, this took me a long time. All of these take me a long time. It's such a big commitment every month to stitch these, and it's not that I don't love them, because I do love them, but it does really eat into my stitching time. So this is my July. Finished it, I think, round about the 3rd week in July. Granted, I had been stitching on other things. I think I'd been stitching on Christmas. But this is it finally done, and I do love it. I absolutely love it, and I love the whole series. It's just been really enjoyable, and the colours, she does a great colour palette, and all I've done is switch up the fabric for every month. I've already chosen my September fabric. So that's my first finish for today. I'm really not organised. Kind of have stuff everywhere. This could all go horribly wrong. But in the same feeling, I have also managed to finish the August Quaker, and here is the August one. And this is Zweigart Murano 32 count Lugana, so it's still the even weave, and I'm actually preferring them on even weave. Normally I always choose linen, but for some reason I'm going through a little even weave revival, so I've been stitching quite a lot on even weave. In fact, my new start's also on even weave, and this is the called for threads as well. And again, great colour palette, and if you followed me even on Instagram, you'll have seen that the colours for each of the months are really good. So I finished this, but I neglected everything else to finish this, and I finished it, I think, what's today, Wednesday? I think I finished it on Monday evening. It was a bank holiday here in Scotland on Monday, so I wasn't working, and I got quite a lot of extra stitching done, and I managed to get it finished. But what I should say, I don't think I brought my threads. Let me just quickly check. Maybe I did. Yeah. Sorry, these are the threads for August, and I totally finished the green. I did frog a little, but not a much, and then I had to pull another skein of the Weeping Willows. But they're the threads, and one whole skein gone. Now granted, these are charted to stitch on 40 count, so you'd only be using one strand, but this is the first time I've run out of any colour. Some of the months it's been quite close, but this time I run out and more. It wasn't just, I'd frogged a little bit, I think, here or here. I'd frogged a little, but not much. But I actually run out well and truly, and I had to have a second skein, and it's making me a little worried about the others. I mean, I knew, in the back of my head, I kind of thought I had a Weeping Willow from Classic Colourworks, but 4 more months to go. Let's hope it doesn't happen again. But they are very stitch heavy, but they're lovely. And I'll just show you what my plan is for, what's my plan? For September. My goodness. So here is the September chart. I've already seen somebody finish it on Instagram. Here are the threads. I don't believe I have any extra, so let's hope they last. So that's the threads. What are they? Pixie Dust, Aura's Iris and Plymouth Rock. And I've chosen this. It looks like the same one that I used for the July Quaker. This Even Weave Light Top. I think it's called Light Top. And that's the one I'm going to use. Yeah. So we'll see how September goes. Let's hope I don't run out of thread. But a warning, if anybody's using 28 count, you'll certainly run out, particularly on that July one, the August one. And I'm just putting this back in because the mess after what I've created. Okay, so that was my 2 finishes. Let's talk about what else I've been working on. So it was my birthday. I've mentioned it a couple of times. We may have to try and rescue things. It was my birthday, so I had decided I wasn't doing a birthday start. I was just going to work on, this is the wrong one. Let me pause slightly. Okay, it was indeed the one that had fallen. So I decided to have a birthday start. This was very much a last minute decision, but I decided to start Diamond Quakers. I'm going to take this one out the bag just so that you can see the design. It's this one here. This is not new, 2009. I've seen it finished on Instagram and it looks great. It's using the Valdani threads, which I've got, and I will show you and give you how I find them. But this was my birthday start. So here it is here. It's not a big start, but it's a start. My plan is to try and get some more done because I was busy on the Quaker, on my monthly Quaker. And here is my start. Let me just move that out of the way. So here is my start on Quaker Diamonds. Now this is also an even weave. As I said, I seem to be in some sort of even weave kick at the moment. This is also, I think, mushroom, but it's a twin. No, it's not. It's the light grey. This is the light grey, 28 count Brittany Lugana. I don't know where I got this. I've got a feeling I bought it on a D-Stash site. It's got this Vigar yellow thread there. So yeah, it was just in a kind of carrier bag in amongst all my other fabrics. The called for fabric is Mellow. I think it's Picture This Plus Mellow. Yeah, but they certainly recommend 28 count because the Valdani threads are 3 strand and you just use them as you take them off the little spool, which I'll show you. But that's my start, and I'm hoping to get back to it in the next kind of week or so now that I've finished my monthly Quaker. And that's the problem with the monthly Quakers, is they're so big, they take so long that it eats into your stitching time. I think it's different if you've got more stitching time than I have. But so these are the Valdani threads. This is the first time I've used Valdani threads. They come in these little spools like this, and when I first got the box, I bought the box from Arts and Designs. I bought the chart there as well. I actually have all seasonal Quakers, so I have the spring, summer, autumn, winter Quakers, and I've also got the threads as well, so I've got more of these little boxes. But when I was first looking, and I'm looking at the box, I'm like, how am I supposed to know what thread is what? But when you pull the little box spool out, you will see, I hope you can see this, you can see that there's a number and a name. Is that going to focus? I don't know if it's going to focus. Stop focus. There you go. So you can see exactly what number it is and the colour that you're using. And the thread, you just take it off the spool and stitch away. So you don't separate it. It's not like the over dyes or anything else. You don't separate it. You use the 3 strands. So let me see if I can show you. If I can use this hand to be better. Is it going to not focus on me? Yeah, so that's the 3 strands. You just use all of them on 28 count. That was why I looked for 28 count in my fabric stash. And there is some kind of over 1. Let me see if I can show you on the chart. I've not done any of the over 1, and I'm not even sure I'm going to do it. If you look next to the letter, there's a wee tiny I next to the letter I. It's a little tiny P next to the P, a little tiny J. Those are done with 1 strand over 1. And what she says in the chart is that just pull off 1 strand and stitch with it. Or if you prefer, leave them out, and I might leave them out. And the reason I might leave them out is I was watching Stitching Faye on YouTube, her most recent Flosstube, and she mentioned she was doing the winter one, and in the winter one they have to take 1 strand to use it for the snowflakes, and she just felt it was threading. It was just all kind of breaking away, and as a result she changed it out and used a silk, I think. So that was my birthday start. I really loved it. I'm really looking forward to getting back to it. And what I did do was I put it in this lovely birthday gift that I received from Pauline from SewBeBags. This beautiful bag and matching grime guard. So that's got my birthday start in it, which is it's nice. I like it. It's beautiful, and inside it's the ticking fabric, and obviously she does a beautiful zipper pull as well. So yeah, that was a birthday gift. So that was part of my Stitch of Kindness that I received for my birthday. Okay, what else have I been stitching on? Well, I still had time, and I managed to do some stitching on my Christmas elf fairy from Mirabilia, and I really like this. I'm probably going to stick with it, I think, for the next little while. And here is my progress. I'm not going to take it out the Q-snap because my plan is to stitch on it later tonight, but here is my progress. So actually I've got all the stitching done up here except for the whisper thread and the beads. And I need to add the Krynic to the little Christmas tree. She has whisper thread here on her cuff. And then I'm just now working on the skirt. It's not huge. I think it's like 185 by 100 and... No, it's not. It's at 86 by 124. So it's not huge. These are the called for threads. I saw that Stitching Mummy had finished hers, and she's also changed some of the threads, and maybe on reflection I might have changed the pink champagne, which is the very pink one, but here are the threads that you use. But I think the chart actually lends itself to doing a conversion, but I didn't. I just went with the called for, and I kind of think it will be fine. The pink is very pink. The pink is very pink, but I like it. I like it. So that's my progress on my Christmas elf fairy. I've still not decided whether I'm going to use the Petite Treasure braid or the Krynic. It'll probably be the Petite Treasure braids. That's my kind of metallic of choice, if you can have such a thing. And I also stitched a little, just a little, on my Winter Sampler, this one here. So this is by Crocette Gogo, and this is the Winter Sampler. You can see that. I've only stitched a little on this since you last saw it, but here is my progress. So I've moved along and I've been working on the tree. There's not much more done of the house except for the door, so I'm going to try and get some more done on it. This is on a 32 count vintage country mocha. I did try the 36 count. I had all sorts of problems. I wasn't happy with the over 1, so 2 over 1, no, 1 over 2, and I wasn't happy with 2 over 2 on 36 count, so I had a little bit of a tantrum and I decided to do 32 count. But yeah, I like how it's coming along, and I'll be keen to try and get back to this at some point as well. This is part of a SAL that I'm doing with Michelle, Mama Loves You GB, and the hashtag is Winter Sampler in July SAL. I'm not sure now. I will check and include it in the kind of show notes below, but I think it's the Winter Sampler in July. I think that's what the hashtag is. I've not posted in a little while. That's probably why I can't remember the hashtags. I'm normally quite good at remembering them. But yeah, hopefully going to get back and do a little bit more on this. It'll not be finished this year, but I do certainly enjoy stitching on it. So that, I believe, is all my projects that I've stitched on in the last 3 weeks. I think my last video was about 3 weeks ago. So in the last 3 weeks. Let's talk a little bit about haul. Actually, let's first of all show you my... If you remember last time, I had bought a hank of silk. I bought it from Mrs. Sadis. The colour was copper, and it was for my 2 long dog samplers that I had purchased, and they were the Token and Quaker dozens. And what I did yesterday was it yesterday? I think it was I split it all up. Now, I watched 3 videos. The 3 videos were Dizzy Stitcher, Jan Hicks Creates, and Teresa Little Stitcher. They all had videos on how to tackle these hanks of silk. It was okay. It was okay. My concern is they all said the same. They all said what you need to do is split it into 3. So measure it out, split it into 3, and then break them up. I did that, but I feel as if maybe my lengths are a little bit short, but I'm not quite sure what the alternative would have been. In Teresa's video, she had, I think, 2 lengths of 15 and 1 of 16, something like that. But my lengths were much shorter. My lengths were basically 3 at 13 inches. So, yeah, I do think they're maybe a bit short, but it'll not stop me from using them. So, yeah, that's my hank of silk, which was tamed yesterday. And these lovely floss drops are from the lovely Charlie Feathers. I had bought these floss shops and showed them, I think, in my previous video, and I also added in this little floss bling that I purchased from her. It's maybe not going to focus. Oh yeah, it's going to focus. So yeah, that's my hank of silk all tamed, ready to go. I don't necessarily have a kind of start date for this, the long dogs, but I'm certainly all organised with my hank. Okay, so back to what I've purchased. I haven't purchased a lot. This is famous last words of me, but I really haven't purchased a lot, but I do have a few interesting things to share. Well, I think interesting. The first thing, and I apologise for the state of this box, it did come a little bit battered, but I managed to get a hold of this, and I had seen this advertised maybe last year, last Christmas, or that's when I first started to look for it, and I couldn't get it. It was sold out everywhere. And then there was a quilt shop was selling it, and I ordered it, and then she was like, oh, it's out of stock, you'll need to wait. But lo and behold, it turned up. So this is a little design. They've done a couple, I believe. It's by Aurifill Floss. That's the name of it. And these are, I think it's Susan, no, yeah, Susan Aki. I believe she's a big quilter, but she's designed some little charts, and then obviously this is a Quaker chart, which I was interested in. But what happens is you buy it like this. Let me show you. That's the Aurifill floss. I will tell you what it's like once I've used it. I've not opened it yet, but it is on my radar to stitch this Christmas Quaker. You use the Aurifill floss, and then there's a little QR code at the front where you download the chart. So I've downloaded the chart, I have it, and that's what I'm going to do as well. I think it's really nice. It comes in the box. I don't believe it was, I believe it just got battered in the post. I don't necessarily think it was sent to me so kind of knocked up, but not knocked up, but knocked around. I do believe it was just the post. So yeah, I got that. So I'm looking forward to starting that. I also got a couple of charts, not many. I picked up this chart here, which I've seen a couple of people stitch on. My plan had been to stitch on this, but it'll not be just now. So this is the Seaside town. It's part of that Heart and Hand series, which is all the little kind of drums and the little towns. I've got them all, I think. And I see there's a new one coming out. So I picked up that. I also picked up this design that I really liked, which is by Hands On Design, Classic Christmas. And I picked up this little Quirky Quaker sampler, which is by the Nebby needle, which I thought was quite nice. So yeah, I picked them up. I also received my fabric of the month. I'm now thinking maybe I showed you this. Maybe I've already, if I've shown you this already, I apologise, but this is from the West Green Loft Yarns, and this is their hand-dyed fabric. This is called Liberty. I get a 36 count fat quarter in linen, so that came in, but I'm thinking maybe it came in when my last video, so if I've showed you it before, I apologise. I don't have August in yet. That's why I assumed I hadn't showed you this one. And let me see, I'm sure I had my threads. Maybe I didn't. I thought I got my, yes I did. And I also got my July threads from Tom and Lily Creations. So this was the July pack. Wait till you see this loveliness. It is so nice. I love the colours. And I have quite a few kind of odd Quakers, just they're not part of a series or anything, and I think I'm going to try and use the Tom and Lily Creation threads so that I use them. And here are the threads for this month. I love this. I love being part of this club. I always enjoy getting my little parcel. Always comes up kind of wrapped lovely. But these were the July ones. Are they not lovely? Beautiful. So I received my threads. That was really all I purchased stitchy wise, except for a few kind of decor things, sorry. I was in the range and I picked up this for Halloween, which I really like. They had loads of the orange ones, and they also had it in clear, so I picked up that. And then I was in Hobbycraft. I went in to get some watercolour paints. That was really what I went in for. And I noticed they had these little pumpkins, so I picked up a few. I didn't really have anything in mind. They had quite a good range. I might be tempted to go and get a couple more, but yeah, just the orange and then the kind of mushroom colour, so I picked up them. I think this was like £1. This was like £3. They were really not expensive. just for kind of Halloween decoration. So yeah, I think that's all I've purchased. Which, oh no, of course it's not. I'm thinking that's strange. I'm sure I've purchased other things. I have. First thing is Stitchy Sally. You should be watching Stitchy Sally. She's a lovely, lovely individual. Lovely projects that she stitches on. But she showed this, and I had seen it, and I normally love all Teresa Kogut, but she showed this chart again, and I thought, I really want to stitch that sampler. So I picked this up. So With Thy Hands by Teresa Kogut. It's a little book, 3 projects in it. Really nice. I also picked up, I've got a little swap happening soon. And I didn't know what I wanted to stitch for the swap. So I've picked up a couple of charts with the possibility that I might use one of them. The first one was this little Quirky Quaker, which was the Cauldron. I loved that. I just thought it was super cute. I would probably change it, maybe do it with the purple threads, or I don't know, but really liked that. Thought that was really cute. And then I picked up this one, and I picked this one up. I got it from Arts and Designs. It's part 1. I think there's going to be 12 in total. This is the first 4, and these are from Tiny Modernist. So little boo, Hocus Pocus Witch, a little black moon, and then a little pumpkin jack-o'-lantern. Thought they were really nice. Picked them up, and then I saw in the pack that there's going to be 12, and that's them all together. How good do they look? I really like them. So something from this will probably be what I do for this swap. But yeah, I hadn't seen these. Really liked them. They're 61 by 61, so they're not particularly big. They're stitched on Venetian stone, 28 count Venetian stone. And yeah, I love that. See those all together? I'll just show you them again because I love them so much. So there's a chance I will collect the other ones when they're available. That is all my purchases. I didn't purchase loads, but I knew I had been mess there by not showing you everything that I had received. Now, oh no, I've got it wrong again. I apologise. I did have a couple of other purchases from the lovely Pauline at SewBeBags. She had listed some project bags on her Instagram account. I'll link it below. And I saw this one, and this is Teresa Kogut fabric, which I absolutely adore. So I had purchased this little bag, and I'll put my Halloween in it, and it's got that lovely kind of lime green ticking, and again she's got the beautiful zipper pull. Can you see that? Yeah. And I also bought a magnifier cover, so you put that on your magnifier, and then that keeps it from the sun yeah, causing any fires. I promise you, that is all that I have purchased. But I do have some Happy Mail. So I received some gifts. Obviously I've showed you what Pauline sent me, but I also received some other gifts, so I would just like to share them with you. Let me see if I can get this. So if you remember correctly, Tia won the giveaway a couple of videos ago. She sent me a lovely birthday card and some gifts. These beautiful floss drops, which are lovely. They're absolutely beautiful. She also sent me this little chart. And she sent the beautiful threads as well. Let me show you these. And these are Overa Soie silks, and the colours are to die for. Let me show you them. How good are they? I received kind of other things as well, non-stitchy related, which I'll not share, but I did have a very good birthday. 52 is not too bad. It could be a lot worse. It's not too bad. My next gift I received was from Hazel. and I've just bundled it all up together. She sent me this lovely project bag which she made, and look at these Highland cows. Highland cows. Who doesn't love a Highland coo? And again, beautifully made project bag. You are also very talented, but she also included a few goodies. I got some beautiful threads. I also got a lovely Quaker chart and also a piece of fabric. I'll not take it out, it'll be so noisy. So yeah, lovely, lovely. I was very much spoiled. I had a lovely time, and as I say, 52 is not too bad. I want to talk a little bit about plans. I don't normally talk about plans because I really do believe stitch what you want when you want. Life's too short, just stitch away. And that's kind of how I approach my stitching. I'm very much a process stitcher. It's nice to have finishes, and obviously I enjoy when I finish things, but that's not the most important thing. For me, the most important thing is I'm stitching. But it's coming up to Sampler September. I didn't know what I wanted to do. I didn't know if I wanted to participate. And then I have this chart that I really want to start, and I thought, well, if I start it, there's a chance I'll get it finished. So for Sampler September, I'm going to start this one here. And this is, what is it, AH to EE, but it's very much a Quaker design by Kathy Barrick. The bag just dropped. I really like it. It's not too big. Wait till I tell you the size. What is the size? It's 147 by 187, so not huge. And my plan, and now the bag is dropped, it's got my floss in it. My plan is to stitch it using these threads here. And I've tried to calculate that I've got enough so the dye lots don't change dramatically. I may be tempted to recalculate to make sure I have enough. So this is 32 count, picture this plus chalice, and it's maybe not quite as yellow as it's looking, and its peacoat is the floss I'm going to stitch it with. So that's my plan. That's my plan. Now, it's charted for MPI Silks, I think. Yep, MPI Silks or DMC 934. And it's Legacy. I didn't have Legacy, but I thought the chalice wasn't bad as an alternative. So I'm going to start that in September. I don't know if anybody wants to join me. You're more than welcome to join. You know, with me, it's a start along. Who knows when we'll finish it, but the most important thing is that we are stitching. Also want to continue with my Christmas fairy. Want to try and get her finished the next time I see you. And yeah, I think that's all I'm going to hold myself to at the moment. Obviously in September I'll start my September Quaker. I've kind of already picked out the fabric. I'm kind of ready to rock and roll. Oh, I've still got to do the giveaway. I have a giveaway and I have a giveaway winner. Let me think, where did I do with my giveaway winner? Here it is here. So last time on my video I was giving away this chart here, which is by, is it Laurie Holt? Yeah, Laurie Holt. I have this chart. I have started the design. I didn't make lots of progress. I haven't finished it. But so I was giving this away, and I've also got some DMC to put in from the list of DMC at the back. And the winner is it Diane Durenberger? Is that right, Diane? Diane Durenberger. So if you can contact me with your address, I'll get it off into the post for you. Congratulations, Diane. I hope you enjoy stitching this chart, and you never know, maybe I'll pick mine back up and get it completed. So my giveaway for this time is this booklet here by Sue Hillis. and it's called A Study in Blue, and it's got various little projects. There's also all the finishing instructions in here as well. So if this is something that you would be interested in, then please enter using the comment blue, just the comment blue, and I'll filter on that. It's the usual, please be over 18 so that you can give me your address. Please don't use the comment giveaway or prize or anything like that, and I'll do a random selection at my next video, which will probably be, I don't know, mid-September. I'm going away next week. We have got some days booked at one of the hydros, so there'll be some swimming, not for me because my leg is still not fixed, but for John certainly some swimming and some maybe some spa treatments, and then we're going right up to the very north of Scotland to Thurso and Wick. We've got a lovely hotel booked on the beach there, and hopefully going to get maybe up to John O'Groats. The weather, who knows? It's Scotland. It can go 4 seasons in one day, so who knows what the weather will be like. But I'm away. I'll probably not do much stitching that week, so that's what I'm thinking. Maybe by mid-September before I'm back filming, because I don't think I'll necessarily have much to show you. But if you want to be entered into the giveaway for this, please use the word blue. And Diane, if you get in touch, I'll get yours in the post to you. Others, not much happening. I've got a couple of appointments at the end of the month. One with my consultant about my leg, and another one at a different hospital with another consultant from the vascular team to see if they can just get this final little bit to knit together. I don't have a big kind of, because it was a big gaping, it's not that size obviously, but it was a fair sized kind of wound. I mean, it had gone from that and it just slowly, but I'm probably left with maybe something like that, but it's not healed. So I still have a dressing, I still have all that to do, which can be very cumbersome at times. But I'm absolutely fine. I feel fine, everything is great. And then things with my dad, it's fairly static at the moment. What I would say is that we've really noticed his ability to coordinate eating. He struggles still. He struggles with that. We've got adaptive cutlery, but it's still, he's really struggling with kind of knives, forks, spoons, all that kind of stuff. But it's quite calm at the moment, I would say, quite calm. So I think that's it. I hope you're all well. I hope you're all taking care of one another. Enjoy whatever summer kind of weather you're getting, and if you're down under, hope your winter's okay. And I'll see you all in a few weeks' time. Take care. Bye bye.